What's up, Madridistas? Welcome back to the channel. Today is the day. Champions League is back. No more waiting, no more excuses. We start our European campaign today against Marseille. And I have to tell you, we are on a revenge tour. We are on a revenge tour, guys. That's just it. Because the last time we were in this competition, we got embarrassed. Arsenal sent us packing. Convincingly. Convincingly. And that can't happen again under Xabi Alonso. This is our competition. We own this thing. And we're going after number 16. And I have to give a shout out to my guy, Dali FC, because he painted a perfect picture. Is it a little bit of foreshadowing that we're playing on the 16th and going for number 16? So shout out to my guy, Dali FC, for that little wrinkle there. But before we get into it, guys, I want to thank you because you guys helped me hit my goal of 500 subscribers. All of you guys are amazing. I appreciate you. I'm doing this just for the love of the game, love of Real Madrid. I've connected with so many Madridistas. I've seen other content creators, man. I'm just having fun. That's the only reason why I'm doing this stuff. So thank you to you guys for making my goal happen. Man, it's so crazy. So now my new goal, I got to set it higher. 1,000 subs by the end of the year. Let's make it happen, all right? Appreciate you guys. Now let's get into it. So, as you can see up on the screen, I got the foot mob up. These are the predicted lineups, which I don't think is going to happen, but it is what it is. We'll start with this as a background. Now, the kicker here, guys, unless you've been living under a rock, Jude, Bellingham, and Eduardo Camavinga are in the squad list. Now, what does that mean? It means absolutely nothing other than I have tears in my eyes of pure joy just seeing them back to full fit. Well, maybe not full fitness, but they're with the squad. So that's about it. Now, those guys are our two midfield engines. There are two. One of them is our biggest difference maker. Eduardo Camavinga can be a difference maker, but hey, they're available for European nights. That's a positive sign now. Do I think they're going to play? Absolutely not. Unless there is a situation where this game is fully in hand, in our control, maybe one of them gets a nice little run out because we're at the Bernabéu and give the fans something to be optimistic and cheer about. That one person for my money would be Jude, but maybe I say keep him on the bench. Camavinga, I don't know either. But again, the game has to be in hand and fully in control. Maybe they'll run out for like 10 minutes or something like that. But just the thought of seeing Jude back in the squad list after that surgery, and he was predicted not to be available until October, is a positive sign. But again, we don't need to rush into anything. And then Eduardo Camavinga. Look, the guy, he has a lot of potential. He's shown some greatness. But he's just been injured a lot, like a lot. And I hope this is all behind him and he starts getting some chances. But we need these guys to be fully fit because it's a long season ahead of us, guys. So let's not rush this, but it's good to see. So this match feels really big, guys, because I don't want to get into a situation where we end up having to be in a playoff like last year, okay? We need to come out the gates at home and put foot to neck on Marseille. And I feel that way just throughout Champions League in general. None of this 1-0, nothing like that, because I have to be honest, guys. I don't think the big teams fear us as much as they used to anymore. And so tonight we need to set the tone like, hey, this is our competition. We are the scariest team in Europe. We got Mbappe flying high. We got Arda Güler flying high. Our defense is locked in. We got a new manager. Let's set the tone. And I'm saying it. The motto for this competition is feet to necks. Every team that comes to the Bernabeu, I need to see 3 goals. And if we're playing against some minnows, I need to see 5 goals. Doesn't matter where we're playing if we're facing some minnows. So that's how I feel. That's the energy I'm bringing. Feet to necks is what I'm going to say. That's how I feel, guys. So let me know what you guys think about that. But we got to set the tone. We got to get the respect back. Now, look, Marseille, I know everybody clowns Liga, the McDonald's League or whatever. But Marseille is not a team to take lightly. They're not. Now, look, they have some almost washed players like Aubameyang, but I think overall they could be tricky, guys. They could be tricky. I'm not gonna lie. There's some talent there. They got some bite. They've had a chaotic start to their season, which makes them a bit unpredictable. But again, this is Real Madrid, and unfortunately, they got to come to the burn. And like I said, we're going to put that foot on their neck. So I don't fear Marseille. They should fear us, but I respect them. So let's jump right into this. Now, as a quick refresher, Champions League format, this isn't your dad's or granddad's Champions League anymore, guys. The league phase is what it's called. 36 teams, one big table. If you finish at the 8, you're straight through to the round of 16. But if you finish 9th or 24th, you got to play that survive playoff. And I don't want us to be in that situation again. And if you finish outside of that, you're going to the Europa League. You might as well just go home because that's it. All right? We don't want that. That's not in our DNA. That's not going to happen. So the goal is to finish in the top 8. That's all I expect. And honestly, overall, at the minimum, we need to be in the semifinals with this team. We need to be in the semifinals because, again, this is our competition. So I'm expecting big things. I honestly am. And if people think that they don't respect us anymore and we slide into that dark horse thing, that's fine. Let them sleep on us. But top 8 is non-negotiable. So that's how I feel. So let's break this down. Now, Real Madrid are in incredible form, guys. Incredible form. Now, you could say that we've been playing against some subpar teams in La Liga, whatever. The players in general are in form. Mbappe might be in the form of his life. Like I said, we are witnessing the final form of Mbappe in a Real Madrid shirt. This is a Ballon d'Or year for him, guys. I don't care what you say. The guy is playing phenomenal for a club and country right now. He looks like he's having fun. He looks like he's a killer right now, guys. He's a killer right now. On the pitch, the ball, the speed, the finishing, everything. He's pressing. Like, he's locked in, guys. He is locked in. Arda Güler, he's locked in too. But overall, 4 wins from 4 games and only 2 goals conceded. Our defense is all the way locked in, guys. All the way locked in. We're not blowing people away, but grinding out wins, that's what champions have to do sometimes. Now, do I want to grind out wins anymore? No. Like I said, we need to put feet to necks throughout this competition. And the last match against Real Sociedad, I thought we could have did that until that unfortunate and wild and crazy red card happened to Dean. I don't even want to talk about that. It is what it is. But that doesn't translate over to the Champions League. Dean will be here. The red card stays in La Liga. He will be in the lineup tonight. And I expect our defense to lock in. Now, the trouble that could happen here is with Weah and Mason Greenwood. They could give Carreras and Trent some fits. I'm not going to lie. Just with the pace alone over there, we'll have to see. This is going to be like a first real competitive situation for our fullbacks based on just the pace and how they could be dangerous. So that's something to keep an eye on, guys. It's something to keep an eye on. But Carreras has been phenomenal. I did not expect him to come in and just be this good right away. He looks like he's been playing for us for 3 seasons now. And then Trent, on the other hand, we already know that defensively, he's it's a bit mid, but what he offers in attack could make Marseille change their whole strategy against us. So we shall see. Something to keep an eye on. But here's what's different under Xabi Alonso compared to Carlo Ancelotti, guys. Last season, I don't think we win all 4 of the games that we've played so far. I just don't think so. I think now we're seeing a more resilient team. Did you see how we celebrated that win against Real Sociedad being down a man? The players were elated. You could see the passion. We're just more resilient. We're more organized. And we fight through the bad decisions that have gone our way so far. So I think we're heading into this Marseille match with supreme confidence. And that could be trouble for these guys. So Marseille is sitting mid-table in Liga. They have 2 wins, 2 losses from their first 4 games. But the funny part is there's been a red card in 3 of those matches. So These guys are just absolute chaos merchants. That's just basically what they did. Now, their inconsistency is exactly why they could be dangerous, because on their day they could hurt us. And Mason Greenwood, say what you want about him off the pitch, but he's their main danger man. He's up there with chances created compared to Mbappe and Arda Güler. The kid has some talent. Not gonna hold you up on that. And when he's on, he can be lethal. Aubameyang, he's washed, guys. He's washed at this point in his career. Yes, he's still around, but he's a tap-in merchant. That's what he's looking for. He's just looking for those tap-ins. I'm not too worried about him. Now, Timothy Weah, shout out to Team USA. He's not a scary person per se, but he's a utility player. He can play wing back, midfield, left wing, but his pace allows him to be dangerous and somebody to watch out for. He can create some chances. But like I said, this is going to be a test for Trent or Danny Carvajal just based on his pace. We'll have to see. We'll have to see how that goes. I like Trent to get the start here, but I'm going to get into my predicted 11. But I like Trent to get the start here because although Weah might be able to take a little bit of advantage of Trent, he's going to have to be honest with Trent in attack as well, too. So that's going to be a good battle to watch over there. And then Mason Greenwood, like I said, with Carreras, that's something to watch as well. We'll see how Greenwood moves on the pitch. Their midfield, Højbjerg and Kondogbia, I don't think both of them start. I think we'll see Angel Gomes probably get a start in this match. I think he offers a little bit more, but we shall see. But they have a solid supporting cast in the midfield. And then defensively, nothing really stands out to me here. Murillo kind of bombs down that right side. Benjamin Pavard, I think he's on loan with Marseille right now, but he has experience at the top level, so he's familiar with this. He can step up to the occasion, and every now and then he gets kind of a worldy goal as a defender, but defensively, I'm not too concerned about him. And then you have Emerson out on the left. Not really worried about him either. So this isn't a team of farmers like the Farmers League that you guys say. We'll make jokes about it. They have some firepower. And like I said, I respect them, but I don't fear them. Let's move to my predicted 11, guys. I've already built this out just to save time. There's no suspense here, guys. Thibaut Courtois between the sticks. Carreras to the left. My man Dean Howson and Eder Militao locking things up. And then Trent. I honestly think Trent gets the start. You could easily slide in Danny Carvajal for his experience here, but the pace of Weah kind of concerns me. And we'd have to ask a lot from Valverde to, support Carvajal. Whereas with Trent, yes, there might be some supporting factor there. But again, here's where I think we could morph into that 3-4-3 with Trent being out there when we have possession of the ball. So again, we need to watch that matchup between Weah and Trent over there. Arda Güler on the left, Tchouaméni dropping to a more deeper role in that pivot spot. And then Valverde brings that energy, like I said. But hopefully Arda, can kind of move freely and be that creator that he's been. 4-3-3 straight up. In the last game, Arda was kind of fitting in that 10 role. Look, guys, I guess the only suspenseful thing here, you could say Rodrigo may not get the start, but this is Champions League. I think we put our best out there. Like I said, I want to see goals. We need to put feet to necks. Franco, I think this is just too big for him. I know he's been starting lately. Didn't start against Sociedad, but his performances weren't like grand or anything. And again, he's just a kid, guys. He's just a kid. I don't think he needs to be starting, game in, game out. Brahim Diaz, he got to start against Sociedad. He didn't really offer too much. I think he's more of a super sub. He changed the pace guy, and he can kind of be a sub for Arda and fit into that cam role. I think we put Rodrigo here. I know he wants to play on the left, but let's just run him out, put our best out there, our best attacking options. So I think we see Vinicius and Mbappe up top and Rodrigo on the right. That's just how I see it, guys. But overall, I think this team is locked in, man, especially Carreras against Mason Greenwood. That's something to be, watched. Uh, this is going to be Carreras' toughest test so far in this young season, as far as this going up against a player with some quality there. Now, Vinicius, he didn't look good against Sociedad, and that's putting it lightly. He didn't offer much. I know he got subbed off, but Xavi had to make some subs defensively to secure those 3 points. We'll see how he performs tonight. That's my prediction, guys. This is a quick one. I'm recording this with hours to go before kickoff. It is literally 12:36 right now. The game kicks off at 3. How are we feeling, Madridistas, heading into this one? I'm feeling confident. No nerves, no nothing, not even overconfident, just confident. That's just how I feel. Again, Marseille, they're inconsistent. We can see the only person that I fear is Mason Greenwood, and I'm just using the word fear because that just applies here. Normally, he doesn't scare me, but again, with Carreras not really facing anybody like that caliber yet, we shall see. And then what do you guys think about that right side? Is it going to be Rodrigo, Franco, or Brahim Diaz? Mention them in the comments below. This is our competition, and I want to see feet to necks. My score prediction is 3-0. That's how I feel. Now, is that outrageous? Probably. But I see 3-0. We got to get the goals, set the tone, and let's finish in that top 8. Okay? So, smash that like button for me. Subscribe if you're new here. Again, thank you guys for getting me past 500 subs. I appreciate all you guys. I'm working on the content. And, man, like I said, I've just been enjoying this. I'm just doing this for fun. So I appreciate you guys riding with me. Make sure you spread the word. If you made it this far, I appreciate you guys. All right, so let's get to it. Champions League nights are back at the Bernabéu. Jude is back. Camavinga is back. Mbappe's in form. Arda Güler. They're looking like the best duo, 1-2 combination in the game right now. Everything's going in our direction positively, guys. So let's get it done tonight. A la Madrid. Peace.